Your most recent stop was Edmonton. Take us inside the mindset of that dressing room. What was it like being there? You talked about McDavid, talked about Draisaitl. What was it like being around those guys, and what is their mindset?
I mean, I was there for a cup of coffee in training camp, but, just talking to the guys around there, the younger guys, and then also seeing them in training camp, I mean, it doesn't take long. They drive the ship there. They're so incredible how hard they work and how much they demand from themselves. And now I think they're at that point where they should be trying to emulate the 2015-16 Penguins a little bit. Now it's about bringing everybody along with them. I think their ceiling is just so high, and it could never. They're always going to keep going up and up. But now it's just about more bringing along those guys, having them all contribute, and taking a little bit of load off them.
I think it's about the same thing as complementing what they have. They have a lot of star power. They've got a lot of things in place, but then it seems like in the playoffs, certain things kind of rear its head. So I think that it's about filling those gaps. I love the move. They brought in Connor Brown. I think he could fill in real nice. I remember watching them in junior hockey, yeah. Connor McDavid, him on a line. That was juniors, is the NHL, but he's a very versatile player that I think can score some goals. But the thing with them, too, I've heard, and Elliot kind of touched on it there, and the reason why I'm not concerned about this team, and you were around that team, where these guys drive it. These guys are fierce, Leon and Connor. And I heard through the grapevine that there was a message that was well sent and well received at the end of the last season when they got eliminated from the playoffs, like, this is not tolerable. We will all come in early for camp. We were all going to come in here and put in the work, and that's coming from the leadership group. And I'll tell you what, if those guys are talking, you're responding, right?
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what they're going to do here. I think they've got that fire in their bellies. Honestly, it's something that I'm waiting for Toronto to show. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see fire.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I think that Edmonton has shown us that. That's why I'm not concerned. I think they're going to have a very good season, and they'll be it's cup or bust.
Yeah.
I think this will be their best opportunity.
That last highlight we saw of the Oilers, they were facing off against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and I know when we were kind of talking about this earlier, the Penguins came to mind for you as far as a comparison to what we're seeing in Edmonton right now. What was that?
Well, it's a lot of things. You know, you had that goaltending duo. I honestly think that once they get into the playoffs, they literally got to ride the hot hand, and they just got to go with it. And then also, the Crosby-Malkin comparison. You got these two guys drove the team, and they also brought along the players with them. So all they really got to do is find that way to get the most out of their teammates and just bring them along for the ride.
So you got the two stars, you got the hot goalie, ride him, that always helps, and then you've got a third one coming up here, and you think back to those Pittsburgh Penguins, HBK, right? You can't just have, it's not a two-horse team here, not only regular season, but in the playoffs. How important is depth on a championship club?
It's huge, and I think they have that in spades, and I think they have a lot of guys that this year need to take a step forward. They just got that McLeod signing. Yeah. They have Warren Fogle. Dylan Holloway needs to take a step in the right direction. I think they have all the tools to get where they need to go, and I think anytime you got Crosby, McDavid, it's cup or bust for as long as they're there.
All right, we'll see how it plays out in Edmonton.